Mic test, mic test. What is up, artists and art fans? Thank you guys for tuning into the only spot where we talk to your favorite Instagram artists about the trade, the tools, and of course, the tips. I am your host, the real Zim Zima, and you guys are on Chatting with Zim. This is episode number 115. What is up, y'all? How y'all doing? Shout out to Rip Cycle right here. First guy in the damn chat. If you guys missed it, definitely go back and check out the late night show yesterday. The homie Rip Cycle was on. It was an awesome, fabulous show, so make sure you check it out. They're on the IGTV, right? And today we definitely got a Shy Native, fucking dope, dope cat. Met him in real life a few weeks ago at the Alley Art Fest. Came all the way to see yours truly, so highly appreciative. And without further ado, man, we got the homie B, aka Tone Deaf Guy, for all you guys that follow. If you guys ain't following, you guys are doing yourself a disservice. You guys know how it is. Secretón, how you doing, G? How's everything going on? Thank you for joining us today. And yeah, guys, it's been a crazy fucking last few weeks, right? Well, we'll get into that, right? But without any further ado, let's go ahead and let's bring in our guest, Tone Deaf Guy, into the show. And while I do that, while he's coming up and beaming into the mothership, make sure you guys go check out Live with Seven, Monsters Art Clan, the homies at Dead and Laughing, and of course the Con Drawn Show. That's every Sunday as well. Check them out. Don't hesitate, right? And make sure that later on today at 5 p.m. Central, so I say about 2 hours after this interview is over, us and myself and Drunk Khan, the show guys, the guest, we're going to be going live, and we're going to be talking about, how we've grown, or how you have grown as an artist. So make sure y'all go, chime in as there, get on the live and talk to us, give us 5-10 minutes, and yeah, that's it. It's your live last night, Cycle, gonna watch it today. That's what's up, Hellfire. Greatly appreciated. So let's get Tone Deaf Guy. You. Yes. What is up, bro?
What's up?
Not much, man. Trying to pin your handle down here. That way people know where to go. What's popping today, man? How's your week going?
It's all right. Not too bad. Just working Monday to Friday and off the weekends.
Oh shit, that's nice. I used to love that schedule.
Yeah. I'm glad I'm not doing my last schedule.
Which
Yeah.
was?
It was like almost every day working 12, 13 hours.
Oh shit,
Most.
dude. Ouch. We got Josh for kicks, T Toner, there you go. Bunch of heavy hitters in this one today, bro.
Great.
that is the fucking answer, dude. That shit is hilarious. Great. That's classic answer, man. How's the art life going?
It's going, man. I'm just drawing every day as much as I can, either in my sketchbook or on my iPad. That's pretty much what I do a lot of the time. If I'm not at work, I'm pretty much drawing.
Yeah, there you go. If you ain't drawing, you working.
Pretty much, yeah.
Man, you working 24/7 then, bro.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, drawing's not really my main job, but it's something I like to do. I
Yeah,
don't get
yeah,
any money
definitely.
from it, but I like to do it.
Hey, man, little by little, man, you gotta crawl before you run, right? That's what
Oh
they
yeah,
say.
very true.
Unless you pull a Forrest Gump and just break out of your fucking shackles and
And I
shit,
just quit my job and just go straight just doing art only.
Fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah. Take the risk.
Right. The homie Notorious Pez just did that.
Yeah.
So yeah. If you're following him, man, he literally just quit his job and he's out following his passion as an artist. So much luck
Right.
to that, man. Yeah, dope shit, man. Take some balls, right?
It does, yeah. I'm not really ready for it at all if I ever do it, but if I do it, it's just I got to be ready if I do.
No, for sure, man. And yeah, man, everybody else, thank you guys for joining in. I see Blackjack Davy. I was just trying to give the room some time. Con artists as well. There we go. We are on with Tone Deaf Guy. Handles at the bottom. Make sure you guys go check him out. Give him that follow. You know how it is. Show him that shy love, that shy rack, right? So, hey, Tone, man, I think we're gonna have to take it back to the origins, bro.
The
And we
origins.
yeah, man, your origins. We got to know
All
what got
right.
you into it. Simply because I've gone through your actual archive, and there's a lot of styles that changed.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, man. So everything's. This is what I keep telling people. It's don't be afraid to post your shit and keep it there because later
Exactly.
you're gonna develop, you're gonna level up, and you're gonna go back to all of this and be like, oh shit, I hate this, you
I
know?
do. I do the same thing. I go all the way back to like when I first did my first digital post, which was
Yeah.
Modoc from Marvel.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah,
I was like, I really hate the way that looks. And like, I look at the ones I'm doing now, I'm like, this is a lot better than what I was doing now. And even like sketches as well. And I'm doing, looking back at like my sketches, even like in my sketchbooks that I have, and I can look
yeah.
back at the ones I have now. I'm like, yeah, everything's changed. It's always improving, which is good.
So go ahead, man. You know what? I'm gonna let you take the floor, man.
All right. Well,
Tell us the origins.
when I first started drawing, the first thing I can remember drawing was I can't remember what the name of it was, but it was from a skateboarding company. It was a little flame guy. I don't remember what his
Mm,
name was, but you
okay.
could easily find it. But then when I started actually getting more into like drawing like cartoons and stuff, I was watching a lot of like Looney Tunes and the channel Boomerang, which had all the old cartoons on there.
Okay.
And when I first started drawing, I didn't even draw the faces. I just drew the outlines of the characters because I was too nervous to even draw the faces. So I was just drawing the outlines of the heads and just doing that and just doing heads. And then when I was in school, I'd be asking people, give me a character. I just want to just what should I draw? So what I would do is in school, I got the iPod Touch, like the original iPod Touch, and at home, I would get the pictures, put them on my iPod, and then when I go to school, I would just have them on my lap and then just draw it from there. Try to hide
Yeah.
it a little bit so nobody really saw that I was having it on my lap and I'd be drawing. Um, so I'd be doing that for a long time. A long time I was just doing outlines, and eventually I was like, I got to break out of my shell eventually and start doing faces and working with the face of the cartoons. There's always cartoons with me. I don't know. I just like cartoons. Like doing realistic, I never really thought about it. I think it's because I just grew up with cartoons, so I wanted to continue with that. Um, but then I actually did stop for a long time. I once I moved. So I was born in Illinois. I moved to Arizona, lived out there for 12, 13 years, and I moved back here like I think 7, 8 years ago now.
Okay.
Um, but once I moved here, I didn't draw for a very long time. It wasn't until recently, I would say 2 years ago during Inktober, my roommate recommended, I should try it out, just start drawing or whatever, just get back into drawing. So that's what I was doing. I started getting back into drawing. And at first I didn't realize, hey, I need to post it somewhere. I was just drawing. He was like, hey, you got to post it on like Instagram or something and just post it
Yeah,
on there
yeah.
because that's where it's going to be seen. So that's what I did. I put it on there and just kept going from there. I was like, all right, I'm just going to keep drawing because I want to get back into it and I like to do it. It helps me take my mind off of things and relax a bit. Um, and then I was just doing that and then ended up getting an iPad and
Mm.
wanted to go digital at some point because I wanted to be able to add more colors and all that. Even though, yeah, I could use like color pencils and all that or like markers and all other stuff. But I wanted to get more colors and stuff into there and just be able to, I guess, put my ideas easier on the canvas, I guess you can call it. Um, and again, just get that image out there. And then again, working my way with digital. And the thing I do too is like what you're saying with the style changes all the way throughout. It's pretty much
Hmm.
me on the iPad finding a new brush and being like, I want to work with this. Let's see what I can make with this. And then I'll make like, 10, 15 drawings of the same brush and then I'll change my mind and be like, I want to do something else. Like for me, it's always, I want to just always do something different and keep changing and changing and changing. I I don't know how people do it. I mean, I give them respect for those guys that can, keep that style and draw the same things, over and over.
Yeah,
I don't know how they do it. For me, it's like
yeah.
I want to keep changing. I want to keep evolving, I guess. Maybe
You know,
eventually I'll find a style.
you know what? And this is something I'm glad you brought a bunch of these points in your story, man. Simply because these are some of the foundations for growth, right?
Yeah,
And you're pretty much crossing everything off the board, man. You know, you talked about breaking out of the shell. You know, as
yeah,
an artist, there's sometimes where I've seen many artists, you know, where we get comfortable. We get comfortable in what we're doing, and it's hard to break out. And you're never gonna know what you can do if you don't fucking try it, right?
exactly. Yep.
So you know, and then you're saying that another one is that you say you just got tired of doing the same thing,
Yeah,
and you were looking for that change, you
yeah,
know.
yeah.
So
And even like
break,
eventually
yeah,
when I was doing the cartoons and everything, eventually I wanted to do my own stuff, create my
yeah,
own drawings and not go off of anything and just freehand whatever. And there's people that say like, always use a reference every time you're drawing. For me, it's like get like your sketchbook and just draw whatever. You don't even need a reference, just doodle whatever, and I'm sure you'll come up with something. And then when you do, just evolve from that. I mean,
uh,
yeah, you can get inspiration from other things, but I think that just doodling whatever and coming up with your own ideas, eventually you can create something.
yeah. That's and that reminds you of the homie right there, con artist, graphic design, and Jay's Drawn. Both of them have
Yeah,
that ability to just fucking go to town on paper. And
yeah,
then eventually, while they're drawing, you know, they see something, right? They see that vision, right? And then they bring it to life. So that's
yeah.
dope, dude. I can't do that shit. You know what I mean?
I
I
mean,
have
again,
to.
when I first started, I wasn't doing that. I was just doing outlines of the characters I saw,
Yeah, yeah.
and I wanted to eventually do my own thing. So, I mean, I still do reference photos still today. I mean, who doesn't? But it's good inspiration.
Oh, for sure, dude. Definitely a great way to fucking train the mind, bro.
Oh yeah.
Love that shit. And everyone's talking. Well, not everyone. There's a few shit talkers with the iPad. I
I
don't have an
hand.
iPad. The iHand, you know,
I
and his
hand.
stylus, the pencil. And then
Yeah, I mean, I
Blackjack
got.
Baby. The iHand is so 2005.
I mean, I got a basic iPad. I don't even know which one it was. I don't
Oh,
know. I
that's
just got it for super cheap just to start drawing, and then I got, of course, the pen for it.
hell yeah, dude. And we'll get there, man. Give it another 15, 20 minutes and we'll definitely check out what you're working with and
Hmm.
share it with the people, man.
Yeah.
Um, I gotta ask you, man. Did you ever do any schooling for your art?
I did. Okay, so my schooling was really nothing.
Okay.
I took one drawing class in high school, which was like a basic, line, curve line, perspective,
Oh
simple
yeah, yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
And that was it. I never took any other drawing classes. I never did anything. Everything was me, myself, and watching videos or, looking at some books. But other than that, most of it was just myself, learning by myself,
yeah.
getting
So
inspiration from other people.
word up, and you know, I want to use the phrase self-taught, but speaking with
Yeah,
other artists, you know, we come to a conclusion where people who are self-taught, like I personally think I'm self-taught as well, right? I taught myself, but in reality,
yeah,
you know, we learned from these artists. So for
exactly.
me,
Yeah,
you know, it was like Jim Lee and stuff. I used to copy a lot of his work back in the day, you know, when I was
yeah,
growing up and learning. So, you know, I kind of took over, well, not took over, but took some of his like inspiration from his art, you know, incorporated into my own, and that's that's the shit I love, man. I love that old gritty style comic book style, you know.
yeah.
So
I mean, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't consider myself really self-taught because I'm learning from other people. It's not just me. I mean, yeah, I'm self-teaching myself, but I'm still learning from other artists and people that draw. So, yeah, I get it.
word up! Shout out to people in the chat room. I guess see Sekai in here. Uh, toned and ready.
That's my sister.
There you go. That's dope. Says, can you explain your technical skills of your artwork or to your artwork?
I don't really know if there's really a technical thing to it. I mean, I again sometimes it just depends. It depends on how I do it. Sometimes what I've been doing recently is I would sketch it first and then I would throw it on my iPad and then add a bunch of stuff to it and maybe completely
Digitize
change
it.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Not even digitize it. Sometimes it's completely changing the whole thing. I mean, the one I just did
Gotcha.
recently was the Portal one with the it was from
That's
Treasure
sick.
Planet. And the thing that I did is like I got the base idea that I wanted on the drawing, and then I just completely changed it in digital. Kind of. I mean, it got kind of the same stuff, but even when I first started drawing, when I'm doing sketches, it's just basically just me doodling, and maybe I'll find something as I'm scribbling. When I'm doing digital, it's pretty much doing like the base of it and then working my way from it. And you can see that like in the time lapse videos that are in there. You'll see when I'm doing like the mountains, I'll just do three different colors just to show the depth, and then I'll add a little bit of detail to that.
Okay. Yeah, man. And, something that I noticed that I was noticing while I was going, just looking through your archive here, man. You you do these sick ass backgrounds, bro. And
Thanks.
no, I'm being serious. There's people there's artists, and like I'm like myself, I try to avoid backgrounds. That's something I got to
Yeah,
work on, right? But
yeah,
but you fucking, I don't know, man. Sometimes you artists that do these backgrounds, sometimes these guys come in and do these fantasy backgrounds, and they look fucking wicked, bro.
yeah, yeah.
You got that. So
I thank you.
that's some hard shit to do, man. At
Yeah.
least for me, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Um,
guess. Yeah, I mean, some people don't like doing landscapes. They just want to do character designs, which I get that. That's fine. I just like to add the whole world to it. I don't want to
yeah.
have just that character. I want to have the whole world to it and whatever. But yeah, that's what I do.
Look at that shit. Look at that shit, man.
Like I like creating stories as well. Like you can see like I'll do like a chunk of like one
Yes.
character going through a story, then another chunk of like that angel stuff that I was doing, and then another chunk of whatever. I'm always just I'm just adding. I like to add stories. I like to make the stories or whatever. That's like my consistency. Other than that, it's
Okay.
very inconsistent. It's just
Okay.
all over the
Well,
place. There'll be different styles, different designs, different stories.
no. Yeah, no, it's uh still dope though, man. It's fucking badass. And that, you brought it to my next point, which I was gonna ask for your Angel series. It definitely looks like there's a story being told in these images.
Yeah,
So,
very. There's a slight story to it. I mean, what I usually tell people, like when they tell me, like, where do I get like the inspiration, all that for those, it's like the story wise or whatever. Some of it has like a deeper meaning to it that maybe nobody else understands except for me, which is fine. I don't care. You can create your own story from it, which go right ahead. But for me, it has its own meaning to it. But the
yeah.
angel story, yeah, there is a slight story to it. Again, there's, like I would say, two stories to it. My own story, and then the story that you see in the picture. Maybe you can create your own story from it. But the base story, I guess you can say, is the like an angel, and then it basically is like in prison, then gets his wings ripped off, and then kind of fights back. There's other angels that fight back, and it kind of becomes a whole apocalyptic, thing where there's like an angel with the two heads above the city.
Now,
And
now for now for your pieces like this, what inspires that, man, or where did that come
it's
from?
a lot of the times, again, it's me and myself and
Okay.
like my own thoughts and all that, and it gets pretty deep. But just I would say, I think just creating the story again is just, again, like I said, it's like two stories to it. My own story, which again is a bit like just me and myself, and then the story that you see, which again you can create your own story from it, however you want to see it. I don't know how else to really explain it.
Yeah, to me,
But the
this
the
one.
ideas that I'm coming from, like I said, like when I find like a new brush, I mess with it and I
Mm,
want to see what I can make from
yeah.
it. Like with that one, I found a brush that was called like an oil brush, and I was like, oh, this looks really cool. It's like smoke or like something like that. Then I made wings, and I was like, oh, these wings look really good. So I was like, I want to keep doing the wings thing and just you know make like an angel thing out of it.
Yeah, no, definitely, dude. And this one's one of my favorites, simply because to me it reminds me of like the fallen angels,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah. Yep.
So, I love that shit, man.
Yeah.
You
And I
know?
made that one right next to it for my sister when she was no, the other one, the other side. Yeah, she was having her kid and she was still
Oh, that's
pregnant.
dope.
And I just want to make something for
Shout out to the kid and your sister.
her. Yeah.
There you go. No, these are definitely dope, man. And y'all got to see this. This right here doesn't do it justice, man. Like, look at this shit. Remember backgrounds I was telling you, man?
Yeah,
Look at
that's what I was
that.
saying, like the two angels, yeah.
That's
But
sick,
like
dude.
I figured out that with the angel one is like I got a little too dark, and not dark as in the subject, but dark as in the coloring. I got like because when I'm drawing sometimes I'm up late at night. I'm up at like, 1 or 2 a.m. still drawing because
Yeah,
I'm like a night owl. I like to stay up all night.
damn right.
Um, I'm
Where my
definitely not
night
a
out
morning
at?
person.
For
And
real.
so when I'm drawing on my iPad, I don't realize how dark it is because I'm usually either sitting in the dark or like it's already dark out. So I don't realize how dark it is until I see it on my phone like the next day, and I'm like, this is really dark.
I was
No
like,
one's gonna be able to
fuck.
see like what's going on. Like you could tell in like the last few that I had, it was too dark to even see what was going on. And I kind of
Okay.
noticed that, and I was like, I got to change something.
Crazy, 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 man. Um, you know what? And we're about 20 minutes in, and I haven't even asked, brother. But Tone, where else can we find you, dude? Are you just
I'm
um?
just on Instagram, but I
All
do
right.
post on Reddit just because I got nothing else to post on. So I'll just randomly post it to Reddit, which I'm actually surprised. I'm getting more on Reddit than I am on here. It's like double, but I don't care. I'll still post on Instagram. This is where I started, and this is where I'll continue to go.
And this is where I die, damn it. No.
Exactly. I'll live and die here.
And for the Reddit, dude, is it same handle, spelled the
Same
same
tone
thing?
deaf
Tone
guy.
Deaf
Yep.
Guy. Awesome.
Nothing different.
All right. That's the shit, though, man. And you're over here talking. You were getting nervous.
I am. I'm good at showing it off.
No, you good, brother. You are definitely a-okay, man.
Yeah.
Let's see. So we got the first one, and I usually, this is something I was talking to Khan yesterday night. We had a big conversation to set up for today, and something that I used to not do was read questions and wait till the end. But
Mhm.
sometimes you got these good questions like Hellfire Vortex. He asked, "What thread on Reddit do you post to?"
It's literally just the basic. I think it's like r/art. It's just the basic one. I don't really try to like spread it out. I'm just like, there you go. There's that one. If anybody sees it, they see it. It's not
Yeah,
like
word.
anything specific. Um, I I don't know if it's like the energy to even try to post it on other ones or whatever. I just go, there's that one art. There you go. It's basic, whatever. And there you go. And on Instagram, it's just, there you go. I don't feel like putting too much energy into it,
Yeah,
even though I probably should, but I just don't feel like, trying to spread it out everywhere. And it's like, well, he's on
yeah. You
all these
don't,
different things, and I got to make sure I post on all those things to keep up with everybody.
you
It's a
don't
lot of work.
stretch yourself too thin, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Word up. Fuck, hell yeah, dude. Also, man, once again, dude, I want to fucking thank you for coming and showing support the Alley Art Fest as well, man.
No problem.
That was you know, I'm telling you, this separates the real from the fake, man. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
I was like, it's an hour away. I got nothing else to do for the weekend, and I'm really
Yeah,
bored. And I thought I want to go show some support, you
yeah,
know.
bro. Thanks, dude.
And I've been following you for a while now, and I love your work. I still read comics, even though I don't draw comic stuff. I still read comics. I still, I like the designs that people do for comic art, and I just think it's amazing. But I'm still at heart in the cartoonist era.
Okay, yeah, yeah, for
But
sure.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I love your work. That's why I want to come out and show some support.
And thank you. That means a lot more than you know, bro. For real, it really
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
Um, Aside from that, are you involved in the community, in the art community at all? Do you go to other shows or conventions and
The only I
support and
other
stuff?
go to is like C2E2. Like I
Okay.
mentioned before, I mean, I'll go there. I love Artist Alley over there. I think that's great. I
Hmm.
love going up and down and seeing all those. That's where I get all my posters and stuff. I got these ones. I got three, four, five, six in here, and in the living room there's like a ton more.
Dope,
I got,
dope.
and I even got more. I still need to get frames for. But I love to show support for other artists, and I think that I love Artist Alley. That's probably one of my favorite things of C2E2. So the first thing I go to, we go up and down and everything and see everybody's work.
Dope, dope.
But
I dig that.
yeah,
We got Blackjack Davies asking, where would you like your art to be in the next 10 years, man?
wow. And I'm not really a guy to really think that far. But I mean, I'd like to be selling it at some point eventually. Like maybe I'm hoping at some point in 10 years, either be selling it or, for people to use either for like art, for like either movies or CDs or like album art, I guess,
Yeah,
or maybe for like comic stuff. If I can ever, get into that too, that'd be great. Uh, yeah, like if I could, be able to show it to the world, that'd be great. Again, I never, for me, I'm always that person that's, what's it called? I always doubt myself a lot, or I'm not that good enough yet to get to that point of selling it or, uh, giving it to somebody else for money.
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I have tried out printing out my works to other people, but, I need to get a computer so I can put it on Photoshop and I'm able to, convert it to other things. So when I print it out, it's a lot crisper. I
Hmm.
guess if that's a word. Which I have printed out before, like I said, and it didn't really come out the way I really wanted to. It wasn't really that clear. It was kind of pixely, I guess you can call it.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, I'm hoping in 10 years, eventually I'll be at that point to where it's everywhere. I mean, I'm
Okay.
sure every
Okay.
artist wants to be like that. They
Oh
want their
yeah,
work
yeah.
everywhere. They
Fuck
want it to
yeah,
be
fuck
on
yeah.
everything, and everybody knows. Them. Yeah,
Well, I mean, uh, we're super plugged here, man. So you got questions, we got answers, right?
yeah,
It's just us and then the art community. So if you ever need any help with anything, man, reach out, dude. And if I could help you, guide you and shit, I will. You know what
oh,
I mean?
thank you.
You got it says bullshit. Tone Deaf guy, you got a great vision.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, I
So
mean, people always compliment me and be like, "Oh, this is great, blah blah blah." But and then I have that problem of seeing other people's art and be like, "This person is way better than me." Like I don't know. I got that problem.
dude, we all have it, bro.
Yeah,
Something I realized as an artist, there's always going to be people who are better than me and people who are not so good as me. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
And it's always going to be like that, bro. Just be confident what you do. Make sure you got, first off, make sure you love what the fuck you're doing,
Oh
right?
yeah. I mean, I love what I'm doing. I
Yeah,
love
yeah.
drawing. Yeah,
And then after that, everything else will come, bro. Obviously, you fucking leveled up like crazy, and the proof is in the pudding or in the archives in this
yeah, yeah.
for
That's
this
why,
instance. You
like
know
you
what I mean?
said, you want to keep it all on there. I know
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
people that'll be like, "Oh, I'll post these and I'll delete them later," or "I'll post these, but I want to create a whole new account now that I've changed." It's like, don't do that. Just keep it all in one thing.
yeah.
And
Just keep it all in.
if you keep jumping around everywhere, people gotta hurry up and try to follow you on that other account, or they're gonna lose you.
Yep.
So just keep it all on there, like you said. It's like an archive. You can look back and see how much you've improved.
Sweet, man. Let's get into the favorites, man.
Oh, I don't know about favorites.
Oh, we'll get into the favorites game now.
Okay, my
Just short.
favorites, or
Yeah,
you
your
gonna look at
favorite.
my
No, your
favorites?
your your favorites. Your favorites. I'm gonna ask you a
Um,
series of questions, and you just tell me the answer. It's that
okay.
simple.
All right, go ahead.
Just to get to know you a little bit deeper.
Go right
Sis,
ahead.
sis, feel free to chime in and give us some embarrassing moments if you'd like. Nah, just joking. Don't do that, sis. God, don't do that.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Um, Favorite food, brother.
Favorite food. I love Italian food. like Alfredo's, pesto,
All
anything
right.
like that. I also really like ramen.
Ramen.
Ramen soup is really good.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Favorite music.
Ooh, okay, I know a lot of people say they like all music, which I do. I just don't like country. Uh, Again, I listen to everything. I listen to even classic rock, rock now. I
Word.
listen to rap. I listen to, even like EDM. I listen to EDM. I listen to like everything. Even like hard metal I listen to. I'll
Okay,
just
there
be
you
sitting
go.
there jamming out while I'm drawing to anything. I'll just put it on shuffle and I'm good to go.
Sweet. So everything, and I think that's one of my um number one answer. I listen to everything except country, and
Yeah.
those in those words,
Yep.
man.
Yep. That's always what everybody says.
Everything except country. Your favorite car?
Favorite car. Oh, I'm not really a big car enthusiast, but I
Dream
like
car?
dream car. Ooh, I don't know. I'm always a big fan of the what is it? I want to say Challenger, but I'm probably wrong. It's not the
Challengers are
Mustang.
nice.
I think it's the Challenger. I think it's like a classic one, a classic Challenger. It was like I can imagine in my head, and it's like the front end, the grill in the front is basically just a whole like rectangle, basically.
All right. Oh, damn. All right. That's what's up. So we'll go with that. We'll go with Challenger.
Okay.
Yeah. Mustangs have
I
their
do like
nice.
Mustangs too. Yeah,
They're
they're
nice
nice.
too.
I like
They're
those
old
muscle
school.
cars, I guess. I like muscle
Yeah.
cars.
All right. There we go. We'll do that. We'll go with Challenger and Muscle. If it doesn't speak muscle, then I don't know. You mentioned you're still into comics. So
Yep.
favorite comic book series or title?
Oh, titles or comic book series? I don't know, man. I mean, trying to like, look over what I got. I don't know, man. I got so much. I got even boxes in my my closet full of comics. I got a little shelf full of comics.
And they
I mean,
say
I'm
if they told you, Tone, we're gonna fucking destroy all your comics except one title.
my
Which one would
one
you say?
like the one single issue. You mean?
You could do that single. For
All right.
example,
Let's say a single one. The single one I wouldn't want to get burned up was Swamp Thing from like 19 what was it, like 1980 something. I think it was like the first comic I ever got. It was in
okay.
Arizona at an antique store, and
Oh
I remember
shit.
it was like $1 for a comic, and my dad's like buy like get like four of them, and I was like, all right. And I remember Swamp Thing was like the first one I grabbed.
Oh shit. Nice. Hell
Yeah.
yeah. Uh, favorite artist. It could be
Ooh,
alive or dead.
favorite artist. Man, that's hard. I like again, I like different styles. I like different people. Like con artist is one. Like I love the way he does his stuff. Jay Straws again is the same way. Like basically scribbling until you find something.
Yeah.
Um, Hardest though, that's a hard one.
It could be
God, I don't know,
okay.
man.
Let's break it down.
You're really like
Favorite
making me think.
favorite comic book artist. How about
Comic book
that?
artist. Oh, what was his name? He did Spider-Man. God, dude, I'm
What?
really bad with this.
Oh no, it's all good. It's all good.
I
If
can't
you got
remember, but I know he
if
did
you got an
Spider-Man.
issue, if you got the issue right
All
there,
right,
you
I'll be
could
right
grab
back.
it.
Let me go check.
There we go. And as he goes, we're gonna go check that out. We're talking to Tone Deaf Guy. He actually has invisible powers. He's there right now. I'm just joking. Talking to Tone Deaf Guy straight from Chicago. Fucking make sure you guys are hitting him up. One word, Tone Deaf Guy, and you guys could also find him on
All
Reddit
right,
as well.
it was the one from the Superior Spider-Man. One of these.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I like the way that he works in those. I like the art style in these. Um, it's like a different look to Spider-Man. It's just the way that
Was
he
that
like.
was that Ramada
Mm,
in the front?
are you talking about this one?
Yeah. What are the names at the bottom of that?
Oh, it's
There's a couple
Scott
names.
and Ramos Stegman.
And Ramos. Oh, okay. It might be
Yeah,
Ramos. I'm
yeah, I
not
think
sure if
so.
he's the writer on that.
Yeah, I like the way he does all this stuff. It's great. Probably one of my favorite series for Spider-Man was the Superior Spider-Man.
Sweet.
Where like Doc Ock takes over Spider-Man's brain, basically.
Oh shit, yeah, yeah. Hell
Yeah,
yeah, that's a good one.
yeah.
Favorite or do you believe in ghosts?
No, but I wish
Okay.
I did.
Do you believe in UFOs?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, I believe that there is life on other planets. I 100%
Okay.
agree with that. Yeah.
Have you or do you think you ever seen one or the other?
No, I don't think I've seen either.
Okay. Okay. Sweet. I gotta ask, bro. I gotta ask.
Hey, it's fine.
Um, we're almost there. We're almost to the end, man.
Oh boy.
Uh, Give me one of your favorite element: earth, wind, water, or fire.
Ooh, if we're talking Avatar, which is what these are,
Oh,
I would go with air because I'm more, I would say, like an airbender. I would say I'm more
all right.
peace, chill. The only part that I'm not airbender is the vegan part. I love meat. That's the only part. Other than that, I would say I'm a chill dude. I don't like to get in any fights. I like to just relax.
There you go. There you go. What's up, Neon Haze? Man, I missed a bunch of this stuff here. Uh, Delanu says, "Oh snaps, what up, dude?"
What up? Saw you too over at the art festival.
Yeah, aliens exist. I mean, at Con Graphic Design is all we need to prove it.
There you go.
Fucking Blackjack Baby, that's funny, dude. Um,
Proved me wrong.
right, exactly. That's what's my next question. I don't know if you're a Simpsons fan.
I never really watched it. No, I
Uh,
mean, I
all
do
right,
enjoy the comedy when I do see it. I love the way that the comedy in it is great, and I love the designs of the characters too are funny as well.
word,
But
word.
I never got into it. No.
It's because you pretty much said one of their quotes. Prove me wrong, children.
Oh, is that
Prove
what
me
it was?
wrong.
I
Yeah,
didn't know.
that's why I
No,
laughed. I was like, oh shit, he's on it.
no,
Um,
sorry.
oh, you're good. You're good. And last off, your favorite color, bro, and three reasons for liking it.
Color. It's like a burnt orange. I like burnt orange. I just like it because it's kind of like when the sun goes down, or
Mm,
it's like that nice, just before the night. It's just that burnt orange that's in the sky. It just looks good, even with the clouds and everything. The lighting is all good. I love that color.
all right. Any can I get two more reasons?
Two more reasons. It's just a nice color. It's very chill. It's
Yeah.
not like aggressive. It's not,
All
like
right.
red. I feel like it's very aggressive, or like it's always like stop. It's danger. Like blue is also a good color as well. It's very chill. I guess it's more like the sky colors that I like.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like
Nice.
the more mellow, blue, orange. You got like a little bit of like red, like a not like a deep red, but it's like a light red, almost pink.
Mm,
That's a nice color too.
dope, dope. What is up, Tony? What's Art Studios just joined? How you doing, brother? Welcome, welcome. As we talk to Tone Deaf Guy, um, here from the Shy. So make sure y'all go checking him out. Make sure you're following, and yeah, keep liking. Let's spam the hell out of this page. You know what I mean? Um, right now, let's actually go on into the tool bag, man, and
Uh,
go to Josh's tools. That's what I call this segment, and that's where we talk about the tools, dude. Tools of the trade. I know
yes,
earlier
sir.
you were talking about the iPad.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
iPad came later, I would say, in
okay.
my drawing career. What I still use now is basically the Micron pens. I still use those all the time. I have all the different sizes. And when I'm doing like hard blacks, I use Sharpie for the hard blacks. And it's even got like the smaller tip at the end, to get a little bit more into the detail of that. And then I use for shading. Where's the black one? Darker one. I don't know where it is, but one of these things. It's one of those like it's like a paper
Oh yeah,
stump
yeah,
thing. I use
yeah.
that for the shading on some of the sketches that I do. So on some of the sketches, you'll see like when it's like a really smooth thing. That's what I use to smooth that out. I got color pencils and all that. Just a whole big roll of those. I use that not that often as much as I think I should.
Um,
Because
for
like
the
I
co-
said, go ahead.
yeah, sorry, man. For the color pencils,
Yeah,
what brand you working with?
I just bought a random one on Amazon. I don't know. It says Starjoy on the tag. It was
Okay.
just one that I found. I thought it has a ton of colors. It has all those other extra things on there, and it's just a huge just roll of different colors and like
Holy
shadings and
shit!
all that. It's a
Damn, look at
lot.
that. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
a whole
Hell yeah.
lot. So I
Get all
used
the
them for a
shades.
short bit. I used them for a bit, and then when I got the iPad, I was like, well, this is a lot easier to deal with all the colors and everything.
Word.
Like I said before, the colors on the iPad it helps me out. And again, erasing and all that is so much easier on the iPad. If I make a mistake, erase it or just undo, do the
Right,
clipping layers and all that other
right,
special
right,
stuff.
right, right.
Like I said before, yeah, I do use an iPad. I don't know, I don't remember what the model was or anything, but it's just an iPad. Yeah, I don't know. Oh,
Yeah.
this was made by a guy called Ghost Ship Artist. He's also on Instagram as well. He does really good work too. I like the way he does his work. I think that's pretty much it. That's all I use. Pens, markers, more specifically Sharpie. I never worked with markers or paint, or I did work with paint once and it didn't really turn out that well.
Okay.
Um, but I never worked with markers or anything else other than that, and just a basic pencil, of course. But yeah.
There you go. Any supplies that you would not recommend that maybe didn't work out for you?
Um, I don't know. I mean,
What's up, Shake?
sometimes this thing could be a bit annoying to use.
Uh,
It does sometimes doesn't really work out that well as I would like it to. I mean, it's still good to use. I still use it a lot, but a lot of times you kind of have to learn with it. It's a thing you kind of have to work with and learn with it a bit. Don't expect it to work like right away. It's kind of like a muscle memory kind of thing. How much to use? Because even when I'm doing it with because what you got to do is you got to kind of sketch it out first for a bit, like shade it a bit. But if
mhm.
you do too much, it's gonna be too dark. You gotta go very light. It's a learning process. It's again, if you want to use that, go ahead. Before I had those, I used a paper towel. I just ripped a piece off of a paper towel and
There
just
you
used that
go.
to smudge it. People use their fingers a lot, but I was like, I just don't want to get my fingers that dirty. So I just rip a piece of paper towel off and just smudge it in.
There you go.
Save
That's
some
what's
money
up.
too.
That's how you do it, man.
Yeah.
Um, so we got a few more questions piling in. Let's go ahead and answer some, man.
All right.
Before we get into some more meat and potatoes here. Um, First one, it says, Hellfire, do you have a set schedule that you draw, or is it when the feeling hits? That's a good question.
Yeah, I mean, that is a good question. Like I said, I pretty much draw a lot. When I'm not working, I'm drawing. Sometimes I won't be drawing, I'll be playing video games. But a lot of times it is drawing. And again, it's usually late at night. I don't know why. I like to draw late at night. Sometimes early in the morning, but that's very not common. And even when like posting on Instagram, I don't really have a set schedule. I try to have a schedule or try to do an everyday thing, but that was like too much. But usually when you see me post a thing on there, like
Hmm.
my most recent one, it's not something I prepared ahead of time. It was I finished it and here you go. I don't have a catalog ready to go for the next few days. It's just as
Okay.
I go. So the one that you see now is the most recent one I just did. It's nothing new. Even when my sketches that I post in my story, it's what I just did.
Word. All right. There you go. Well, hopefully that answered that question, Hellfire. And you know what? Let me add on to that, man, because you say that you just, if you're not working, you're drawing, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
So I know that um, there's people, there's artists that don't believe it, but then there's some that do swear by it, and that's like artist block.
Oh
How
yeah,
do
yeah.
you, since you do take the time to draw a lot and stuff, how do you overcome that, or what's your process
I
in
think a
getting
good
through
thing to
that?
do for artist block that what I do is either I just don't draw. I'll just
Mm,
stop drawing because I feel like you kind of get burnt out after a while. Either that or like I said before, when you're sketching, don't even use a reference. Just scribble whatever that's on the page. When you see my sketches on my sketchbook, it's just again, sketches. It's just random little doodles. Some of them have like little scribbles that mean absolutely nothing, and then the thing
Mhm.
next to it will be a really nice drawing. It's like
Yeah.
I just for art block, I would say either don't draw for a bit because you're kind of burning yourself out, or just scribble on a piece of paper. Doesn't matter what comes out, just scribble whatever. Just get your idea on a paper, whatever it is. Like I said before, my sketchbook, there's random doodles on one side of the page, and then better drawings on the other side of the page.
Word. We got one by the homie Live with Seven. Make sure you guys are checking him out as well. Definitely hit up his art, his Odd God Society, and check out his IGTV. And he's asking, what's a go-to food while you create?
Mm.
If you eat while you're drawing.
I don't usually eat when I'm drawing because I just don't want things on my fingers,
Yeah.
either that get on the paper or even on the iPad. So I don't really normally eat when I draw, but even before I eat, I mean, I'm not really a healthy eater. I eat a lot of
There you go.
junk food or pasta, like I said.
Yeah.
And again, I usually work if it's Monday to Friday. I'm usually out at like 11 o'clock at night, so I'm usually up pretty late at night, and I'll eat late at night. And usually late night foods aren't really the best.
Oh shit.
So I know. So I mean, I usually, like I said, I don't eat while I draw. I'll
Word.
drink. I'll drink whatever. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'll drink, but not eating because I just don't want the stuff in my fingers.
Dude, well, that's what separates you from me, dude. I don't know about you, but I usually eat a half a slab of baby back ribs while I draw, man.
No, yeah, it sounds
Uh,
like a great idea. Get it all over the
fucking
nice tablet that you just got. Yeah,
exactly,
it
dude.
adds
You
the
know,
detail to the drawing that nobody else is gonna
exactly.
see.
So you're on the trolley now.
I'm on it.
You're
No, I think that's a
on
great
it.
idea. I think I might start doing that. I'm gonna start just buying a slab of ribs and just eating it while I draw. Especially on my sketchbooks to add that extra detail.
Especially on commissions. Uh,
Exactly. You
and
want to
so,
add that. I want me to be on there. My blood, sweat, and tears.
so shout out to Shake Lawsome, the Lawsome crew out there. Shake was on yesterday with Rip Psycho, and now he's come back to ask another question. He says, "Do you sell your work or do commissions? If so, what else does it say? Hold on, let me see. If
If
so,
so, do
yeah.
you or will you have merch?
Okay, I can see that. Okay,
Uh, like I said before, I don't have anything that I sell or anything. If I when I get a computer, I'll try to do that. I'll try to print them out or try to get something to print them out and to sell it. But right now, no, I'm just drawing just for fun. Maybe eventually, I always wanted to get something to put like on a shirt. I think that would be
mm,
great. I like
that'd
I
be so.
liked I like to do stuff that would be like that, putting it on a shirt. Because I feel like either shirts or like posters always last the longest. Because people will wear that shirt for years, and people will have that picture on their wall for years, depending on where they live. But I'm hoping eventually I will. But right now, no.
Cool,
Like I said,
cool,
I
cool.
printed out before just as like a test. I gave out to my friends just to see if it works. And again, it didn't really turn out that well, but my friends are like, I don't care, I still like it.
Yeah,
So
oh
whatever.
yeah, that's what's up. Let's go and we'll take. What was your smallest piece that you made from con artist is asking?
My smallest piece. What does that mean? Like size wise, or
Yeah, I think
like
size wise, probably
size wise? I don't know, man. I mean,
smallest thing you ever created.
smallest thing I've ever created. I don't
Like the
know. I
other day.
mean, I would say my sketches are pretty small. When I do my
Oh shit.
sketches, they're small, but because it's in my sketchbook, so I try to smoosh as much as I can in there in that one page. On the iPad, I try to fill up the entire thing. I don't try to make anything small in there. And if I do make anything small, it's to show size. Obviously, like with the portal, I try to make the portal big, and then the guy in the bottom is small, just to show that size and scale. Uh,
Yeah.
for sketches, again, even with sketches, sometimes I even try to fill the whole page. Let me see if I can find like my older ones. Like this one that I did, which was like a Captain Hook and Peter Pan. I filled the entire page. That's how I always am. Like with canvases and all that, or drawings and everything. I try to fill in the entire page because I feel like I don't want to have all that empty space. Even this Hellboy, I made it an entire page. I want to fill in the entire thing. So that's what
Hell
I do
yeah.
on canvases. But when I'm doing sketches, it's a whole different story. When I do sketches, uh, it's uh, like I try to shove as much as I can into this whole page, no matter how
Ah,
small or
very
how
good.
big it is. I'll put as much as I can. These are like again, like some are like random scribbles and some are little drawings. But I try to fill in that whole page, even if it's that. And even when I get like my ideas down on a page, like when I did the portal one, I still
Yeah.
filled in kind of the whole page. I still had like the main ground right here, the portal, the people that are really small, and then clouds in the sky. You know,
Sick.
I try to fill in the page. I still make small stuff like that, and you know, it's not the whole page, but it's still something.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, even Johnny Bravo getting his head cut off, I still fill in the whole page. I still do that, you know.
Fuck it.
So for people, I would say fill in the whole page. You know, I wouldn't say you don't want to waste all that space. You know, you got all that space to work with. Either fill in the whole page, or you know, just doodle whatever, and just try to throw as much as you can on that one page to get all your ideas out. I'm even gonna make a drawing from a small drawing that I did on. I have an idea. Let's see if I can find it for this little thing right here. For that,
Oh yeah.
I'm going to do a drawing with that soon. I want to make something out of that. And again, that's out of the smallest thing out of this whole page. I'm going to make something bigger out of that. You know,
Yeah.
so
Hell yeah.
get your bigger ideas from smaller ideas. I guess I don't know if that's even a thing,
No,
but
that's definitely a thing, man.
yeah,
Uh and if you're ever up for it, man, I know Con Artist, the Drawing Con show has a show where they draw three
yeah. I've seen a
little ten
couple.
minute sketches, man. So
Yeah,
you know, hint, hint, wink, wink,
yeah. Cough, cough. Hello.
cough, cough. You know,
Yeah.
no, that's fucking badass, dude.
Yeah, I like
And
doing that. I like just throwing my ideas and then making something bigger out of it.
and last question from the Con Artist, man. Before we get into some more meat and potatoes here, this is a great question. What's something you do artistically that people don't really know that you do? Poetry, sculpting, along those
Or like
lines, you know?
something else that I do that's artistic besides
Yeah.
drawing. I do like to mess around with a piano.
Oh, dude.
I like messing around with that every now and then.
No, no, no. Wait. You can't pull that shit out and not fucking give us a fucking taste of that shit, bro.
Well, here, one second. Uh, I bought this. I wanted to get a piano eventually, and I thought maybe getting an electric piano would be a lot easier than
All
getting
right.
like a wooden piano that costs thousands of dollars.
Word,
So I
word.
wanted to get a piano and mess around with piano. So I'll play piano every now and then.
For real.
Growing up, I used to be in band and I played the drums. And I played drums
Okay.
for many years until sophomore year of high school. I ended up not doing it because I just didn't. I wanted to do marching band actually at one point, and then I ended up saying no, and I ended up leaving. Um, and I just didn't do band after that. I stopped doing drums. And then more recently, I wanted to play the piano and mess around with piano. I mean, I've always liked piano, even in band class. I had a teacher that played piano, and I always enjoyed it. And I thought maybe I want to do that someday.
Con artists are saying it's not tone deaf, now it's deaf tone.
Deftone, yeah. I mean, okay, so the name Tone Deaf was actually a joke. I think it was high school, junior year, I think. And the joke was we were coming up with rapper names, and the rapper name was as a joke for me because I do have a hearing disability. I
Hmm.
usually do normally wear hearing aids, but one of them, or they both broke now, and they're very
Yeah.
expensive to get. So the joke was Tone Deaf, and the whole joke is if you're a singer or anything like that and you are tone deaf, then that's a major problem. You don't want to be tone deaf. So the joke was your name is tone deaf and you're a rapper, which wouldn't really work,
Tone
but at the
deaf
same
guy.
time, it's a
Yeah,
joke.
that's
Yeah,
funny. That is
yeah.
funny.
So it just became a running thing. I just held on to it until today.
MC Tone Deaf. That is funny, dude.
Exactly.
That's funny. I like that shit. And you can't really do us like that, man. You
What?
definitely got
You
to
want me
play
to play
something.
something?
Hell
All
yeah.
right, let me
We've
see. What I
we've
can.
we've had guitarists on here before, throw little riffs out.
All right, let me see what I can do.
We've had people spit
Now
some
again,
rhymes
I'm
before.
not a whole, connoisseur or anything. Like I'm not like the greatest, but I'll throw something on here. See what I can do. Oh,
There we
excuse
go.
me. Let's see. Change some stuff.
Let's see what we got.
I'm gonna play something that you may know.
Hey, what's up,
Actually, I'm
Gutter
gonna play
Baby?
two things that you may know.
Let's see. Let's see if I may know this stuff.
You should know it. If you don't, I'll be very surprised.
All right.
All right.
I'm gonna need the help from the crowd here. So if you guys know what he's playing, definitely chime in.
All right. This one's gonna be easy. I'll start you out easy. You ready?
Let's go. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
You know that one. It's coming up
Ooh.
soon.
Coming up. Fucking hey, man. That's dope.
Let's see. See if I can remember where it's at. Oh wait.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's trippy. That's
You know
trippy.
it?
I want to say Harry Pothead.
Yep.
All right. There
I
we
mean,
go.
you got the classic, the
Yeah.
very least, the original.
Ooh,
Just
damn.
a little piano, not
Just a
much.
little piano.
Just a little piano. I mean, again,
Unfortunately,
I'll just sit here and just chill and just press like random stuff and just make whatever.
man, that's dope, dude.
And just mess around with that.
I have no instrument fucking playing bone in my body, bro. The smallest thing I could play is a little violin.
Yeah,
You
it's
know?
tiny violin, world's
Harry
saddest
Potter.
violin. Doo-doo.
Right,
Yeah,
right. Holy shit, that's dope, man. Thanks. Thank you.
yeah, no problem.
That's awesome, dude. Uh, Definitely have the keyboard. Shake. Shake is asking if you're thinking of doing any street work, or is that something that doesn't really interest you?
Street work. If you're talking about like graffiti, like what you used to do, I mean, I don't know if you
Yeah.
still do it now, but I mean, I love when
No,
you
no,
did
not
that
really.
too. But when you did that too, I thought that was great. Like the lettering and all that, I never really
Yeah.
got into that, but I mean, I think it looks great. I love the different styles. Even the last guy that you had on last time, the way
Yeah.
he does his lettering, I think it's great. I love that. I love that style. But I never got into it. Or if you're talking about doing a mural, I don't
Yeah.
know because I got to get into that medium of
Mm,
um, that paint or chalk or whatever that they use for those, or even like the
yeah.
markers that they use to paint the walls.
Word up.
I never used those, so I don't know if I'm ever going to get into it because that's a whole new medium I got to learn. I won't. I mean, if I can figure it out, I'm totally down, but not right now.
Fuck yeah, dude. Um, on a whole separate side note, since you are in the comic books and stuff, you know what I mean. If you had a superpower, bro, what would it be?
I have two ideas for that. One would be teleportation, like Nightcrawler, if I
Yes.
could.
Uh-huh.
The second one would be like to control time, but time like if I can have like an object and then like reverse time on it, kind of like what Doctor Strange does, like with the apple, when he turns the
Oh
apple and
yeah,
takes a
yeah.
bite and then it like gets rotten and goes back into a full apple. If I can do something like that and like control time like all around, either in a massive scale or on a small scale, I'd love to do that. Because if
That's
I could
fucking
just,
dope.
I can go right through a wall and just go back in time where that wall wasn't there, and take a couple steps forward, and then bring that wall back, and now I'm in that room.
Oh
So it's
shit.
it's a way, it's kind of like teleportation, but not really.
Yeah, yeah. You remember Heroes? The
Yeah, yeah,
show Heroes?
yeah, yeah.
Remember
The guy with the sword, right?
yeah, Hiro
Yeah,
Nakamura, I think was his name. Yeah.
yeah,
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 hell yeah. Just like that, bro.
yeah.
I'd probably teleport myself when I had some hair and shit, you know?
I know I didn't know to wear a beanie or not. I
Shit.
just I wanted to cover it up. I didn't want to show off all the hair.
Yeah, I have no hair. I'm Lex Luthor, so there you go. Jeff
Yeah.
Bezos, you know?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Um,
I mean, I'm sure I'm gonna
now,
get to that point eventually.
oh shit.
I'm still young,
Right.
but I guarantee eventually I'll be bald. I wouldn't
There
doubt
you
it.
go. Eh, now I'm in some search for some kryptonite and shit, so there you go.
There you go.
Um, For when it comes down to your art, brother, what's your favorite process from it?
What do you mean?
Like, um, do you enjoy the sketching part of your work? Do you
I
enjoy
think
the coloring?
I think I don't know. I like both because I like just throwing the ideas down. I think actually no. I think sketching is fine, but I think once I get to that more of the finished product, once I get to that point, I feel a lot better. I think once I like again, I've been using the iPad a lot, so I think I feel more satisfied when I'm getting to that finished point. Like when I'm coloring it all in and I'm adding all the detail and all the little details that maybe some people may not even see. I like
Mm,
adding that stuff, and it just
okay.
feels more satisfying. I would say more towards the end of that, the all the little details that I like to add in. I think that's the most satisfying part. Even if nobody sees it, I don't care. I know it's there.
Yeah, yeah. It's all in the details, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I definitely get it, bro. Um,
Which again is I don't realize how I keep forgetting for some reason. I don't know why. How big this is compared to my phone.
oh,
So I
yeah.
didn't realize the size that I'm doing on here and how much I'm adding details. And then when I throw it on the phone, it's hard to see unless like you zoom in on it.
Like, what the
So
hell?
yeah, exactly.
That's
But
what's up.
it's whatever. If you see it, you see it.
Sweet, sweet, man. Um, Now let's go into the help section of the show, right? Do you have any tips for artists? Anything that you learned in your journey, man, that might
Uh,
help others?
like what I did here, I have my original sketches when I was growing up. This is what I was talking about. I just drew the outlines of the characters. This
Mm.
is like the very beginning. I didn't draw the faces because I was too nervous. And then eventually I would work my way up into drawing, you know, let's see, where we find it. I guess towards the end. I don't know. I mean, here I got some ripped out ones. I ended up doing the full character. So
Hell yeah.
I would say pace yourself. Don't try to rush and try to be at the very end right away. Or, you know, yeah, just work your way up. You know, watch videos, read books if that's if that what helps you. For me, it's watching videos because I can do it with them in a way.
Hmm.
But I would say work your way up. Don't try to rush to be at the very end because some people want to be already at that end point. They already want to be at the top because they would. I know when I tell people that I see that has like potential, I'm like, keep drawing, you know, keep going, keep going. But they're like, no, it looks really bad, you know, whatever. I'm like, mine looks bad from the beginning. I didn't start out knowing how to draw right away. I worked my way up, you know. It's all about increasing, leveling up. But I know a lot of people are like, you know, when they first start drawing, they're like, it doesn't look good. Well, yeah,
Hmm.
it's not going to look good when you first start drawing. Just keep
Yeah.
working with it, you know, keep working with it. And eventually you'll be to that point that you start enjoying it, that then you start
Mhm.
seeing that you have potential now. But I would say don't give up at such a low point. Even if like let's say you've been drawing for 10 years and still for you it still looks bad. Just keep going. Keep going, keep
Yeah.
going. Don't stop. If you
Don't
think that you have
stop the
potential.
music. Yeah. No, that no,
Yeah.
that's some great advice, man. And definitely pace yourselves, guys. You know,
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
get outside the box, but definitely pace yourself.
Yep.
Um,
Don't try to rush to the very end.
exactly, exactly.
It's not a
Um,
race.
exactly. Damn right. Well put, brother. This guy Shake is working on some slaps, painting them up, and
Nice.
ton artist is saying, "What's up with the room, man? What's everyone working on?" That's a very great question, bro.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. Why? I think you kind of answered most of these questions, man. If you won $500, $500 million in the lotto, what's the first thing you're doing with that?
Whoa. $500 million. I would move out of this place I'm living right now. Go into like a house or a condo or something.
Fuck
I don't want to
yes.
live in a mansion. I'm not a big. I'm not. I don't. I can't live in a mansion. There's no way. Um, I'll get a dog because I always wanted a dog. Um, I don't know. I'm not a big spender. I'm not a big spending kind of guy. You know. I don't know what I would do with all that money. I guess save it and just buy stuff that I want or need.
There you
Um,
go.
Yeah, I'm not a big spender. I don't know. I save up a lot of my money.
Hookers and cocaine. I'm just joking,
Yeah,
sis. I am
yeah.
just joking.
No, she knows I
Funny.
would. She knows I would.
Hell no, that's funny, dude. Um, if somebody would want a commission from you, are you open to that? Or one of your
Eventually.
pieces?
The problem that I have with commissions is like I get too nervous. I get like I don't know how to explain it. It's like I don't feel like it's good enough for that person. You know, like if they like request like, hey, can you make this character doing this? And then I do it, but it's like in my own kind of like vision. I'm like, is
Mhm.
this good enough for you? Do you really like this? If not, then like I got to change it up. And I know a lot of people, what some people will be like is like, hey, can you actually change this into this or change this into that? I'm like, okay, yeah, that's fine, whatever. I just get a little too nervous of being like quality, I guess, the quality
Yeah.
of the work. I I, I want it to be as high as quality as I can make it because I want it to be the best for that person because they're paying for that. They're paying for that piece specifically for them. Um, but maybe eventually I'll do commissions. I think once again, like once I get a PC, once I can print out my stuff, I think eventually I'll start doing commissions or even just selling the work in general.
Word, word. Um, hero or villain?
Ooh. I think that would be a villain.
Ah,
No
yes.
rules, no rules, just
Yes.
destroy
Fuck yeah.
everything.
Fuck yeah. There you
but
go.
but the problem with being a villain though is that at some point, what are you gonna do when you rule everything? You know,
Uh,
let's say you have the whole planet, you rule the whole world. Now what?
now
Are you
it's
able
time
to
for the
go to?
universe.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's conquer the universe, baby.
Gotta
That's
go
how we
even
do it.
bigger. Planet to planet, we will conquer everything.
Fuck yeah. You know, I mean, fucking Thanos was onto
See,
something
if
there,
you're a
right?
hero, you got too many rules you got to go by. It's time to break those rules.
Right, right.
Doesn't mean you have to kill everybody. Doesn't mean anything. You're a villain. You can do whatever you want. Maybe you just rob banks. That's all you do. Or maybe you just blow up buildings with nobody in it. Or
There you
maybe there's
go.
people in there. Whatever.
Gutter Baby is asking, why are commissions so much pressure?
Again, for me, it's quality. I don't know. It's just I feel like it's never good enough. It's just how I am. I don't know. I hate that feeling, but that's just how it is. It's just if I make a drawing and I just don't feel like it's good enough, then it's like I just don't want them to spend that money on something that I don't think is quality. So
Word,
I'm at that point right now where I don't think it's that high of quality if I make it. I mean,
word,
eventually maybe it will be, but
word.
right now I don't know. I get too much anxiety, I guess.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna give you something that might help you out with that anxiety. And that is, this goes for every artist. If somebody comes to you, specifically to you, it's because they love your style.
That's true.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
The thing that I think too is that the whole style thing. I don't think I have a style. You know, when you see certain artists, you're like, I know who that is just by looking at it.
Hmm.
You'd be like, you know, I could tell this person made that just by the way they do, you know, even like cloth. They're like, oh, I could tell the way they do the cloth. I know who that artist is, or the way they do their faces. I can tell who that artist is. I don't feel like I'm at that style because I'm always changing. I'm always changing the brushes that I'm using, or the stories that I'm doing, or characters that I'm doing. It's always changing. So I'm never at a I'm never I don't know. I just don't think I have a style. I think that's the
Word,
problem.
word,
But if they like the way that I do my work, then yeah, I guess that
word.
works. Like they like the color and they like the design that I do for the characters, and yeah, sure, that's fine.
That's what's up. Gutter, she also says she always overthinks her work, her commissions. Yeah.
I overthink my regular work all the time. I'm like
Word.
before I even post, I'm like, am I really ready to post it, or can I add more detail to it? But at some point, I'm just like, forget it, just post it, just do it. If I
Yeah.
keep thinking about it, then I'm gonna be stuck on it all day and for weeks and months, and I just got to throw it on there. If I don't, then I'm gonna be sitting there for too long thinking about it.
No, word up. Word up. Well, well said, man. Well said. Um, at this point, brother, I think I'm all out of questions, man. Is there anything uh, that I didn't get to that maybe you wanted to talk about? Any shout outs you want to give?
I don't know about shout outs. I mean, all the people that I talked about, I think are the people that I like most inspirational. Like Con Artist is like a really big one that I love. I like the way he does his work. Uh, Jay Straws as well. You're a big one.
Thank you.
Ghost Ship Artist is also another big one. Even my roommate, his name is I don't know how to say the last part, but it's like Ask Blad or something like that. He does great work. You know, I love the way he does his work too. It's very detailed. I'm talking when I say details, man, my details are nothing compared to his. Like when you zoom in on those pictures, there's a little detail that it's just insane. He spends way too much time on it, but
That's funny.
quality, it's quality over quantity. But yeah, there's a lot of people that I love. I would say on Instagram would help me out a lot. See all these great artists on here that I would probably never even known or even seen before. Because Instagram's kind of hard, because there's a lot of, I would say, smaller artists. I mean, there's big artists on here. Don't get me wrong, but
Mhm.
there's a lot of, I would say, there's a lot more smaller artists that have great works on here. It's hard for the smaller artists to be seen, so it's it's great.
Yeah.
You find them when you're just searching through random tags or whatever, and you go, I like that guy. I want to follow him. I love his work.
Yeah.
That's how I found you. I saw your art and I was like, I love the way he does his work. I love the
Dope.
way he does. Even I think this is even when you're still doing your like graffiti art on the slaps and all that. I'm like, I love the way he does that. So I was like, I want to follow this dude because I like the way he does his work. And then I found all
Or-
the other guys from the Monstrous Art Clan.
Yeah. Yeah.
All those other people that are on there. Great work. I love the way they do their work. It's great.
No,
I don't know.
that's what's up, man. And I mean, right now you're on the right recipe for success, right? I mean, it's just consistency,
Yeah,
practice. Make sure you guys are practicing outside the box. Practice something new. You don't have to. It's not like, oh, I need to practice something new, but try
yeah,
it out. That's what I always
exactly.
say. Try it out. You never know what you're gonna be good at, or if you're gonna end up liking it more than what you're doing now.
Exactly. Like what
Um,
I said when I do the iPad, I find a brush and I just keep working with it. And
yeah,
I'm
fuck
like,
yeah.
I like the way the brush works. I'm gonna make a drawing out of it. And if I'm able to make that drawing good, I'll just keep working with it. So I would
Well
say
said.
if you're working with digital, test out the different brushes.
Okay, you know what? And let me close up with that with that question. Digital versus traditional.
Mhm.
Do you recommend it?
I like digital just because it's easier. It's easier to. Oh, excuse me, jeez. It's easier to like edit it.
That's that villain coming out, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, we
easier
heard
to
it.
edit if you're doing digital. Like if you mess up on a color or something, you just undo that color. You mess up on a line, just undo that line. Like if you're doing a sketchbook, if you're doing with pencil, you're fine because you have an eraser. But if eventually, if you erase it too much, you're going to start seeing those other lines that are in there. If you draw too hard, that's another tip too. Don't when you're drawing, don't press it down too hard because if you
Mm,
erase it, you're going to see that indent and you're going to see that line. Go light. Um, but I still do traditional all the time. Like I said, I'll do drawings in here, and
hmm
sometimes I'll make these drawings into digital. But I would say more of my finished works recently have been digital. At one point, I did do a whole chunk of just traditional, which was just black and white, pen and pencil. I did that for a short bit as well. You can see the chunk on there on my page, and then I went back to digital. But
mm.
I still like traditional. I still like digital. But I would say for me, digital has probably been the biggest thing for me.
Sweet. And there you go, guys. If you guys haven't gone digital, at least try it. Don't
Exactly.
knock it unless you try it.
Yep.
That's dope, dude. And Tone, man, once again, thank you for fucking hopping on, blessing the show, man.
No problem.
It's
Thank
been
you.
a fucking fun time. I couldn't even fucking tell you were one bit nervous, man.
I'm really good at hiding stuff.
That's good.
But I mean, it was great to be on here. Obviously, I am completely nervous, but you just don't see it. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say I've always wanted to be on this show, but I mean,
Or,
I would watch it every now and then if I had time. I would
yeah,
watch
word
it
up.
and be like, I like to just chill with these guys. Either that or go back and see the old videos that you had on there, and I'd watch those.
Yeah,
Because it's a
much
good thing that you
appreciated.
save them on here. Because
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
didn't, then
yeah.
I would
Thank you.
miss out on a ton.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. Even when you do this show, it's great because I can see other artists that I would probably never even hear about. So when you have them on here, that's where I find them. I mean, I'm sure that's where I found half of the people that I found on Instagram is from you, which is
Oh,
great,
sweet.
because you don't really have that many channels that do interviews with other artists, because everybody's
Yeah.
doing their own thing. They only do their own art, and that's it. That's, they don't want to talk to other people.
Yeah, no, and I think you mentioned it earlier in the show. There's not really an outlet for a lot of smaller artists.
Yeah,
And this is what pretty much is the basis for this show.
yeah,
It's giving you guys, everyone, an opportunity. You know what I mean? No matter how small or how big your followers are, that doesn't matter, man. What I want to see is just dedication. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So
yeah,
like you guys putting in the work, that's what I want. You
exactly.
know what I mean? So
It's a great
definitely, if
outlet to
you're
have.
yeah, if you're on the show, then that means you got this shit, right? You
Oh, it's
got
good
what
to
I'm
know.
looking for. So there you go, man.
You got what I need.
You got what I you
Oh,
got
baby,
what I
you.
need. Hell yeah.
It was
And
great.
that
I
yeah,
this was really great. Thank you.
cool, man. And that's it, brother, man. Any last closing words before I close out the show here?
Just don't stop drawing. Don't give up.
There you
Even though it
go.
looks bad, just keep working with it. Even when I first started drawing, it looks bad at first, but you just keep adding more detail.
Word in the details. That's probably gonna be the name of the show. In the details.
The details, it's all what's important.
It's all in the details. Yeah, that's what's up, and that's it. You guys heard it here first. Make sure you guys are following Tone Deaf Guy here, exclusively on the gram. You could also find him on Reddit, but he's mostly here. You know what
Mostly
I
here.
mean? That's why I said exclusively.
Yeah.
So make sure you go check him out. Make sure you guys are following his page. Fucking binge, fucking spam his art. With the likes. You guys know how to do it. And that's pretty much it, man. That's episode 115 with the man himself from the Shy, Tone Deaf Guy. Make sure you
Hello.
guys are coming back in a couple hours. We're going to be going live with the Drawn Con show. It's actually the Real, the Con, and the Drawn. That's what we are going to name it. So definitely we're going to go out there and we're inviting you guys to come in. Definitely chime in. Feel free, dude. Open invitation to you if you want to go in. But the question is, how have you grown as an artist, right? And yeah, if you guys could answer that shit, join us live in a couple hours, and yeah, we'll have you on. Follow Monsters Art Clan. Follow Live with Seven. Follow the guys over at Dead or Laughing, the Drawn Con show. Can't forget chatting with Zim. Make sure you follow this guy's ugly ass.
Yeah, that
Uh,
dude.
yeah, that shit.
I think I've
Uh,
heard of him.
yeah, I think so too. He's right there on the YouTube, so make sure you guys follow the channel. Check out the archives and definitely the IGTVs. Right, that's how we do it.
Oh yeah.
And that's it. Once again, Tone Deaf Guy. Thanks again, brother, for everything, bro, for your
No
time. Hell
problem.
yeah.
Thank
And
you.
that's it. That's it, guys. Next, not even next week. Later on, join us for the Drawn Con show. The Real, the Con, and the Drawn. And then tomorrow we got Dr. Valencia. Um, he's going to be coming on around 8 p.m. Central, give or take. So yeah, stay tuned for that. It's going to be dope. All right, Def. We're out of this mug. You
Thank you.
guys stay cool. Love one another. Keep doing your art and trust the process. Y'all know the deal. We out.
Peace.